This video covers how to fill out inspection information in a PDspect app. So far, we've taken a look at how to start a new inspection and how to navigate all the screens. Now, let's take a look at how to fill out information. To get started, let's work with the General Information category. And to do this, we'll simply tap on it. Here, we see a list of the different inspection items in this category. Let's go ahead and tap on Inspection Date to enter the Edit Line screen. To enter information here, all we have to do is simply tap in the box, which pulls up our keyboard, and we can just fill in today's date. Once you've finished entering the information, we're ready to move on to our next line, and to do this, we're going to swipe to the next line. We're now looking at the inspector line. Here, we can tap in the entry box and type in the inspector name, or you'll also notice on the right of the line we have an arrow here which indicates there's a drop-down list. And if we tap on this, we'll see a list of the various options in it. So we can tap something from the list and add it in by double tapping on it. Let's say Steve Johnson is the inspector. We'll double tap Steve Johnson, and now we've inserted that for the inspector name. Watch the video on adding items to drop-down lists to see how to populate your drop-down list. This line's ready to go, so let's move on to the next one. Here we have two items to fill out. They both have drop-downs. Let's go ahead and select our answers and move on to the next line. And now we'll swipe. Now that we've filled out a couple lines, let's go ahead and tap on the back button and go back to the Edit Category screen. You can also enter information for items on this screen as long as they have drop-down list and then items in that drop-down list. Let's go ahead and we're going to fill out the vehicle make and then the engine. And to do this, all we have to do is press and hold our finger on the entry box, and then it will cycle through all the options in the drop-down list. So let's go ahead and do this for the make. And now we'll do it for engine. Now that we've looked at how to fill out information in the General Information category, let's go ahead and we're going to swipe to the next category. We're now looking at the exterior category, which is the first category in this template that includes the items we're actually inspecting. And we can fill out information on this screen by using the same tap and hold method we just looked at. Let's go ahead and tap and hold on the hood rating, which is the box that's to the left of it, and we'll enter the rating in. And as you can see, when we do this, it cycles through the various rating options that you have. Once you land on the one that you want, simply let go with your finger and it'll be entered in. You can also enter a rating here by double tapping on it. So for the front line, let's go ahead and double tap on the rating. And when you double tap, it puts in the first rating, and if you continue to double tap, it simply cycles through. Now that we have the rating that we want, we can move on. Since this item was marked as poor, we also want to add a note to this line. And we can do this by tapping and holding right on the note button. And so let's go ahead and do that. And we'll hold this in until we get the note that we want. Several scratches present, we let go, and we're ready to move on to the next line. Now that we filled out some information, let's go ahead. We're going to tap on doors to enter the Edit Line screen, and we'll take a look at how to fill out information here. Here, we have the same two pieces of information that we had on the Edit Category screen. We have the rating, and then we have a spot for the note. To enter a rating, we just simply need to tap on the rating we want. So let's go ahead and give this the rating of very poor. You can enter a note by either tapping on the entry box to pull up the keyboard, or just like we saw before, we can select it from the drop-down list. Here we'll see a list of all the items in our drop-down list. You can actually select multiple items by tapping on the green arrow to the left of it. So let's say we have a door that's dented and there's rust present. So we'll tap on the first green arrow, and then we'll tap on it for rust present. And as you can see, we've now added two items from our drop-down list. You can change the color of the note by tapping on the note color drop-down box and then selecting the color you want. Let's go ahead and we're going to change this to blue. And the note color has now been changed. We've now taken a look at how to fill out inspection information. The next video will cover how to add pictures.